Becoming an Air Force helicopter pilot is no ordinary feat. It demands the highest levels of professionalism, discipline, and dedication. Since 1993, the 23rd has been the crucible for turning airmen into combat-ready aviators for the world's greatest Air Force. The journey begins with the academic phase. For 4 weeks, student pilots and special missions aviators immerse themselves in the intricacies of rotary wing systems and aerodynamic principles. This foundational knowledge is then expanded upon in the mighty Huey, a warbird that has served as the premier training aircraft for 3 decades. Undergraduate helicopter training is where grit is tested. Students push their limits flying low-level, mastering formation flights, and navigating the dark with night vision goggles. It's a proving ground for the skills that will define their success in the challenging world of Air Force helicopter operations. At the 23rd, we understand the essence of teamwork. Every graduate learns a critical skill, the ability to work seamlessly in a crewed aircraft. Each crew member serves in their own vital role, working together towards the success of the mission. It's not just about flying, it's about collaborating to achieve the extraordinary. Upon earning their wings, graduates become pilots and special missions aviators in a diverse fleet of remarkable aircraft. They embark on missions across the globe, serving in roles critical to the Air Force's success. The UH-1N Huey ensures the secure and dependable transport of our essential nuclear assets. Additionally, it serves as the preferred aircraft for VIP airlift, guaranteeing top-tier transportation for high-profile visitors. The HH-60W Jolly Green Giant II is a cutting-edge rescue helicopter that ensures the Air Force's unwavering commitment to recovering and evacuating personnel in the most challenging scenarios, embodying excellence in combat readiness and mission success. The CV-22 Osprey is a special operations tiltrotor aircraft. Transitioning between helicopter and airplane modes, the Osprey excels in infiltration and exfiltration missions in highly contested areas. The 23rd's mission wouldn't be possible without the unwavering support of our service members, civilians, and contractors. Their dedication and professionalism are the bedrock of the Air Force's Vertical Lift Center of Excellence. Vertical Lift, a community that goes where others won't.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation for Undergraduate Helicopter Training Class 2510. I am Captain Rick Songster, and I will be your narrator for this event. Please rise for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the 2-star ruffles and flourishes, the national anthem, and the invocation. I will now deliver the invocation. Please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, today is such a special day. These officers have worked very hard over this last year to get to this point in their careers. Words cannot express how proud I am of them. This has been a very challenging course for them, but this is just the beginning. They will experience harder times in the future, and I pray that you will continue to prepare them for that future fight. Lord, please give them your favor and protect them as they fly. I ask that you would bless them and their families who follow their loved ones all over the world, and wherever they go, I pray that they will find friends and communities that will support them and meet their needs. So Lord, help us to celebrate their accomplishments today and rejoice with our friends and families. In Jesus' name, amen. Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the commander of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Cindy Tope.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to welcome our families, friends, and distinguished guests of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron. Thank you to the Army Aviation Museum for hosting our ceremony, as well as the Garrison and Center of Excellence for their daily support and partnership. We could not do our mission without them. I would also like to recognize and thank members of the 23rd team for their efforts in getting Class 2510 across the finish line. Representing our Amentum instructor team, Mr. Kyle Taylor. Also, representing the Order of Dedallions, Mr. Kyle Taylor. Representing our aircraft maintenance team, Mr. Joaquim Hunter and Mr. Marty Cooper. And a special thanks to Tech Sergeant Gregorsowitz and the 23rd Front Office team, as well as the many lieutenants who made the details of this ceremony possible today. The mission of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron is to train undergraduate aircrew members in foundational vertical lift operations. We're here to celebrate another mission accomplished as these 6 officers successfully completed the rigors of undergraduate helicopter training. Thank you to our team of contractor, civilian, and military personnel. Your leadership, professionalism, and dedication to the mission brought these young aviators to the stage today. Finally, to the friends and families of our graduates, the strong foundation provided by years of your guidance and care got them here today. This is not the first and will not be the last significant milestone they meet as they progress in their Air Force careers. Thank you for everything you have done and will do as they continue to excel in our Air Force. The graduation speaker today is Major General Gregory Kreuter, Commander 19th Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio at Randolph, Texas. 19th Air Force is composed of 3,200 total force personnel and 1,530 aircraft assigned to 18 total force wings at 35 locations across the United States, of which the 23rd is one. 19th Air Force is responsible for more than 45% of the Air Force's annual flying hour program and directs aircrew training courses accumulating in over 24,000 graduates annually. The training encompasses undergraduate and graduate fixed wing and rotary wing pilots, remotely piloted aircraft pilots, combat system officers, air battle managers, weapons directors, and career enlisted aviators, which provides fully qualified aircrew personnel to the warfighting commands. Prior to his current role, Major General Kreuter served as director of the F-35 Integration Office, Headquarters Air Force at the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. Major General Kreuter commissioned in 1995 as a distinguished graduate of Officer Training School. He is a command pilot with 3,200 flying hours, including 350 combat hours. He is an evaluator pilot, an instructor pilot, and a weapons officer. He has commanded at the squadron and wing level and has held staff assignments at Headquarters U.S. Air Force. Sir, thank you for being here today to share your wisdom and experience with our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General Kreuter.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Tope. Appreciate the invite. Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, there we go. This is a big day, right? We're got some wings sitting right there, ready to go on some chests. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for joining us. Whether you're family, friends, instructor pilots, turning wrenches on the aircraft, many thanks for being here today. and specifically just a lot of distinguished guests here. I see some prior service as well. Thank you for your service, and thank you for continuing your legacy. Most importantly, though, congratulations and welcome to the graduating class of the latest undergraduate helicopter training class. And so you're about to get some wings today. It's got to be a really great day for you. Smiles, right? Heck yeah. By the way, I would love to trade places with any single one of them. Last chance? No? I didn't think so. All right. Thanks for inviting me again, Lieutenant Colonel Tope. This is a great place to do this. There's a lot of history here. I'll get to that in a little bit. But I won't take too long, so don't worry. I don't remember any of the grad speakers at any of my classes I've taken, and I don't expect this will be any different for you. So I'll keep that in mind and keep it short and get to the point. But first off, actually 3 thank yous. If you're a parent, parental figure, grandparent, raised any one of these fine men and women, please raise your hand. Thank you for, yeah. Thank you for raising a responsible human being that made it to this point. Very few people serve, and it takes the right people with the right attributes and character, and we'll build the competence to get them where they're at. But it starts at home. Everything I learned, or anything I needed to know, I learned in kindergarten. I think that's kind of a phrase. So thanks for raising people of character that are now serving their nation. We are grateful to you. If you're a spouse, significant other, best friends, I know there's a girlfriend. Where you at? There you are. Raise your hand. All right. Thank you for being here today, but also for being there every single day. Thanks for keeping it together when the stress was highest. We deliberately have stress built into this program because we're not just flying for fun. We have important missions and we save lives and we bring the hate on the enemy. That means in order to train aviators to that extent, it's going to be stressful. And that means some of that stress may happen at home. And so I appreciate you and thank you so much for getting your spouse, significant other through this program because I guarantee they appreciate you. Nobody does this alone, so thank you. Instructor pilots, maintainers, resource managers, flight engineers, AFE, contractors, please raise your hand. I think you're all back here, off to the sides. All right, thanks for giving flight-worthy aircraft to these fine men and women so they could train safely and bring them home in one piece. Thank you for dedicating your time for your instructors, whether you're, and I know this is a UHT pilot graduation class, but a lot of CEA instructors here as well. Thank you for making our pilots, aviators, what they need to be in order to be on their own in very dangerous parts of the world, and for leaving the Air Force better than you found it. By being an instructor in some way or contributing to this fight, you're serving within our own service. Because when we start, it's kind of about us and what we can do in our own skills. Well, now you're giving back to the next generation, whether you're turning a wrench or you're an instructor. So thank you. All right. 3 thoughts for the graduates. My fellow aviators, congratulations, you made it. About to walk across the stage. Awesome, there's some good smiles. Heck yeah, that feels good, right? It was a long year, maybe even longer. Some of y'all were casual waiting pilot training, so it might have been a bit longer than that. On behalf of the thousands that have walked in your shoes before, it's our honor and my honor in particular to stand here today and thank you for your service to our great nation. All of you joined to do something larger than yourselves, and you're about to fly some pretty amazing aircraft in that service. So you made the right choice. I'm not going to go through all the percentages, but you have been cut several times to be here today. Most people don't serve. Most people can't serve. Most people don't make it through officer commissioning source, at least in the application process. Thankfully, the majority make it once we've vetted that. Not everyone becomes a pilot. Not everyone gets through pilot training. So you've already been cut several times already. Of course, you have more courses ahead of you, but these basic skills are going to get you through. So as you take a deep breath, and by the way, take a deep breath, please. Whew, pretty awesome. Keep breathing, because this is one of many. Lieutenant Colonel Tope talked about it. This is the first. You're going to get your wings today, and then you're going to get to a major weapon system, and then there's advanced courses. There's weapon school if you want it, highly encouraged. Some of you might decide to go off and be test pilots. And then there's leadership opportunities after that, and you will build on each one of these. So this is the beginning of hopefully a very long and fruitful career for each one of you. At the same time, you need to be prepared for the world you're inheriting. That world is more dangerous than it has been in decades. China is the pacing challenge, but Russia is an acute threat. North Korea continues to grow its military capabilities to challenge the U.S., and Iran is trying to as well, but they're on their heels right now, thanks to current operations in the Middle East, part of which we laid flat with Operation Midnight Hammer about a month and a half ago. But all of these states I just mentioned are working together in some way, form, or fashion, and all of them want to upend the liberal international order that we, the U.S., established after we won World War II. General Alvin, our Chief of Staff of the Air Force, speaks of our time of consequence, that what we do now will deeply inform what happens after the next seminal event. A seminal event is something in history that we can all reference. Two that you all know are Pearl Harbor and 9/11. I hope there isn't a third one, but we have from now to the next one to prepare. Our business is waging war from the air, and for better or for worse, business is good. History may not repeat itself, but it does rhyme. That's the world you're entering. It's going to be different than the one I've been serving in the last 30 years. And therefore, your missions are way more important than they ever have been. Regardless of which aircraft you fly next, whether it's Hueys, Blackhawks, Ospreys, Dolphins, or the new Jayhawks, or the new Gray Wolf, outstanding, they all have critical missions. Either you're securing nuclear missile fields, you're defending our borders, you're transporting forces in and out of areas where angels fear to tread, or you're ensuring that somebody's worst day is not their last. I can't think of anything more important than that. Doing these missions and coming home takes a level of discipline, judgment, and intestinal fortitude you won't find anywhere else. So my third point is your mission is special. So back to why it's kind of neat we're holding this graduation here in the Museum with History. From our own Airman's Creed, and I know we got some Coasties with us, so bear with me, please. I'm an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I'm faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. We are surrounded by that history and legacy here today, folks. Doesn't matter if it's painted Army on the side. We all do this together. Here's a few examples, though, from the Air Force. Air Force Lieutenant James Fleming from Sedalia, Missouri. He flew 8 UH-1Fs in Vietnam. He earned the Medal of Honor for actions taken in 26 November 1968. He rescued a 6-man Special Forces team. They were RTB, and the 6-man team was stuck near a river. Enemy was closing in. They were on their RTB. They were already low on gas. There was a few transports and a few gunships. They heard the call for help, and they turned around and went back, knowing they're low on gas. Gunships lay down suppressing fire the best they could. The enemy was closing. They were trying to get the Special Forces team to the river, but it was hard to do that when they were getting shot at. Some of the helicopters, one of them went down. The other ones were out of fuel and had to RTB. Lieutenant Fleming took his Huey, brought the skid right up to the bank, was trying to load the Special Forces team, but they couldn't get to the riverbank because of the heavy fire, so he had to lift off again. A gunship said, "Hey man, you got to get out of here. I'm out of gas and I got to go home." So Lieutenant Fleming pushed away from the riverbank, started to depart, and goes, "Screw this, I'm going back." Came back to the riverbank. Thankfully, by this time, the 6-man Special Forces team had made it to the riverbank, climbed aboard the Huey, and running on fumes, Lieutenant Fleming brought them home safely alive. Air Force Chief Warrant Officer Michael Novosel. You all know who he is. He's from Enterprise, Alabama. He served in 3 wars. He was a lieutenant colonel in World War II flying B-29s. And then he served in Korea. And then he retired to the panhandle of Florida, and Vietnam started, and he said, "Screw this. I want to get in." He was a reserve officer, and they said, "We don't have room for you as lieutenant colonel." He goes, "Fine. I'll go in as a warrant officer." So then Lieutenant Colonel Novosel was now Chief Warrant Officer Novosel, back in the fight for his 3rd war. He flew Hueys. He saved over 5,000 people, including his son. And then his son turned around and picked him up after he was shot down. How's that for a family of heroes? Another Medal of Honor winner. How about somebody more recent? Then Captain and now Lieutenant Colonel Thad Ronow. Anybody know him? Yeah. HH-60G, rescue pilot, earned a Distinguished Flying Cross for actions on 27 June 2010 in Afghanistan, where he conducted multiple nonstop missions over several hours under fire, saving ultimately 13 U.S. and coalition lives, including somebody who had fallen off a cliff, which is a really difficult rescue in combat operations. He's serving today. I think he just finished Air War College, going to the Joint Staff. So what do all these folks have in common? Well, they all stayed when they could have gone home. Nobody ordered them to go back, turn around on low gas, and to keep at it until they rescued the folks on the ground. They chose to do that. They just RTB'd. Nobody would have probably thrown any stones at them, right? That's service before self and sacrifice. That is your legacy. That is your heritage. So take a look around the museum if you have time. A lot of these are the aircraft that have been flown throughout the history of rotary aviation, but it's really more the people that flew them that I find compelling. So my question is, will anything that you fly, will your name be in one of these museums someday? Because at one point they were all sitting about where you were at. You have to start somewhere. So here's my one piece of advice for you. I have found after 30 years, some things are pretty simple. Control what you can, don't control what you can't. It's 4 things in life I've found that you control. Number 1, your attitude. I'm seeing great attitudes from you. I chatted with most of you this morning. Sorry I didn't get to chat with every single one of you. I know some of your families had to fight the infill into the DZ to get on base this morning, so our apologies for that. But I can tell you got great attitudes. And from your instructors, toxic positivity, right, Mags? Pretty awesome. Attitude number 1, nobody gives it to you, you choose it every day. Control it. Number 2, preparation. Clearly you got that right, because you're sitting here today. And that goes with number 3, effort. Have a good attitude, prepare, and then give it your best. Notice I didn't say pass every ride, have awesome grades. You don't control those things. But if you have a good attitude, prepare, give it your effort, your best level best. More often than not, you'll win. And when you don't win, you'll learn from it and be better next time. Number 4, treat others well. You're all a team here getting through this, and you all get crews someday. So take care of each other. 4 things you control: attitude, preparation, effort, and how you treat others. Do that, and everything else tends to fall into place. And please do remember you're part of a team. Crew that's depending on you to get the mission done and bring them back home. You all raised your right hand, swore to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Very few people do that. You ready to give your all when you have to? Do your best to bring everyone back home alive. So let's wrap this up and get to the real reason why we're here. Congratulations to our new graduates, and welcome to the ranks of military aviators, and thank you for serving our great nation. Aim high, fly, fight, and win. Thank you.
At this time, Class 2510 will receive their wings and certificates. Lieutenant Patrick Wright was raised in Alpena, Michigan. He enlisted in the Air Force after high school and served as an electrician for 8 years. After graduating from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University with his degree in logistics and supply chain management, he earned his commission as a direct commission engineer in the United States Coast Guard. He will be flying the MH-60 Jayhawk at the Coast Guard Air Station in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He will be receiving his wings from his wife, Taylor. Lieutenant Junior Grade Jackson Justice. He was raised in Whitney, Texas. He graduated from Texas A&M Corpus Christi with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. He earned his commission through the Coast Guard's College Student Pre-Commissioning Initiative. He will be flying the MH-65 Dolphin at Coast Guard Air Station in Corpus Christi, Texas. He will be receiving his wings from his wife, Madeline, and joined on stage by his brother, Lieutenant Thomas. Second Lieutenant Corey Casiano. He was raised in Long Island, New York. He graduated from Virginia Tech with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. He earned his commission through Air Force ROTC. He will be flying the HH-60 Whiskey Pavehawk at Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. He will be receiving his wings from his parents, Bradford and Patricia Casiano, and is joined on stage by his girlfriend, Bailey, brother, Cameron, and sister, Ava. Second Lieutenant Mariah Hirsch. She was raised in Myersdale, Pennsylvania. She graduated from Liberty University with a degree in military aeronautics. She earned her commission through Air Force ROTC. She will be flying the UH-1N Huey at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. She will be receiving her wings from her husband, Josh Mosley, and parents, Christina and Nevin Hirsch, and is joined on stage by her brothers and sisters. Second Lieutenant Brent Whitley. He was raised in Youngsville, North Carolina. He graduated from Cedarville University with a degree in computer science. He earned his commission through Air Force ROTC. He will be flying the MH-139 Grey Wolf at Malmstrom Air Force Base, Montana. He will be receiving his great-grandfather's wings from his grandfather, Colonel Retired Kenny Whitley, and is joined on stage by his wife, Katie, parents, Ken and Sherry, and grandmother, Penny. Second Lieutenant Benjamin Wilson. He was raised in Miami, Florida. After graduating from Miami-Dade Honors College with an associate's degree, he enlisted in the Air Force Reserves as a tactical aircraft maintainer. After graduating from Florida International University with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, he earned his commission through Air Force ROTC. He will be flying the UH-1N Huey at Andrews Air Force Base, Maryland. He will be receiving his wings from his mother, Sarah Zai, and joined on stage by his father, Rudolph, and his brother, Denai. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Tope will present the awards for Class 2510. The Military Leadership Award. The Military Leadership Award is an award based on military bearing, integrity, leadership, professionalism, and dedication. Each student in the graduating class, along with the staff of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron, provides their input to the commander. The commander then selects the most deserving student for this award. The recipient of the Military Leadership Award is Lieutenant Junior Grade Jackson Justice. The Academic Award. The Academic Award is presented to the individual who best amplifies the highest standards of excellence through self-study, testing, and academic evaluation. The students are tested in 6 demanding subject areas. The recipient of the Academic Award is Second Lieutenant Brent Whitley. The Flying Training Award. The Flying Training Award is presented to the graduating student with the highest flying grade point average throughout helicopter flight training. The recipient of the Flying Training Award is Second Lieutenant Corey Casiano. The Distinguished Graduate Award. The Distinguished Graduate Award is presented to the graduating student with the highest overall percentage grade compiled from their academic scores, their flying scores, and their flight commander's rankings. The recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Award is Second Lieutenant Brent Whitley. The Order of the Dedallions AATC Commander's Trophy. At this time, Dedallion Silver Wings Flight Representative, Colonel Retired Kyle Taylor, will come forward to present the Order of Dedallions AATC Commander's Trophy. This award is given to the graduating student who clearly demonstrated superior airmanship and those qualities unique to the Dedallions. The recipient of the Order of Dedallions AATC Commander's Trophy is Second Lieutenant Brent Whitley. At this time, Class 2510 will come forward to present a few gifts.
It'll just make it a little bit easier if I grab both of these at once, and then we can kind of have a talk through it. Captain Songster, you are our flight chief for over a year. We got to build a special relationship as he started whittling us into pilots. We were a little dull at first, and he had to sharpen us. I can continue with the knife-related puns, but since we weren't that sharp, we had to get you something that was. And so, on behalf of 2510, you carry a fixed blade on your bag at all times. I don't know if you know that, but he's got a Rambo knife hanging on his bag every time we go out for a training flight. So something a little bit more practical from us. Well, sir, you can open it up, and then we wanted to pass a card as well.
It's a Benchmade. Good selection.
Thank you, sir. Something that I'll pass now to Colonel Tope, if I can bring this over to you, ma'am. In the nautical services, the seagoing services, the naval services, the Marines, the Navy, funny enough, the Coast Guard, orders are passed as members depart a unit. They're something that someone would receive at retirement, and they carry a lot of cultural significance for the service. And since the 23rd has been so kind in hosting the Coast Guard and taking care of us, ma'am, you guys have been amazing, letting us come through this program and training us all the time, the effort that you have put in from your instructors. We wanted to pass an oar to continue on your wall from the Coasties and keep the tradition going strong. So on behalf of 2510 for the squadron, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the United States Air Force and United States Coast Guard's newest helicopter pilots, Undergraduate Helicopter Training Class 2510. Please remain standing for the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. This concludes the graduation ceremony. We invite you to join Lieutenant Colonel Tope in congratulating Class 2510. Thank you for joining us today.